time for our game. USC Notre Dame, massive game in South Bend. USC coming off of their biggest win, maybe most statement win since joining the Big Ten, with the win over Michigan, best win in a couple of years for sure. And you could tell with the way that Lincoln Riley talked afterwards about the toughness and the physicality that the conversation we all were having in the week leading into that game was very much top of mind for USC. That
good.
In order to show that they can play with and beat the best teams in the country, they need to be really good at the line of scrimmage. That's been a problem for them. It's been a problem since they joined the Big Ten. That we had that whole conversation about the toughness and the physicality of the Big Ten Conference. I think it meant a lot for them to beat Michigan, a team that is usually built that way and has won a national championship recently by bullying people at the line of scrimmage. So USC beats Michigan and comes into this game squarely in the college football playoff conversation as a one-loss Big Ten team. Somehow they're 9.5-point underdogs to Notre Dame. 2-loss Notre Dame. We've talked a lot about it all season. Those 2 losses coming to some of the best teams in the country so far in Miami and Texas A&M. They, I think, need to win out to be in the college football playoff, although there are going to be a lot of losses around. But this game features 2 really exciting offenses. CJ Carr, the running backs on the Notre Dame side, and of course, Jaden Mayava and Makai Lemon and everyone on the USC side, even though they've had injuries to the offensive line and the running back group, still explosive, still Lincoln Riley offense, which is going to put a lot of pressure on 2 defenses that really need a big day. Like we've talked about, the growth, if there has been some for Notre Dame since the first couple of weeks, Chris Ash. And then on the USC side, it's been a multi-year effort to get that defensive side of the ball in shape to be able to win games like this. So really fascinating one, and a lot of star players and star power in this game.
It's exactly what this rivalry is supposed to feel like. So I'm excited that it has that big feel. This line to me is so strange, and maybe it's about USC having the long travel and Lincoln Riley's track record with that, or something different, because I look at this in terms of the way that the game is played, and I just don't see Notre Dame as being able to pull away like this, because I don't think the stops are going to be there for them. Like, we talked about their defense improving, and I think part of it is just who they've played. I looked on tape, and when they played NC State, their biggest plays came when they decided that they wanted to blitz, and they don't get home when they do that. And you got guys in the secondary that are running wide open for various reasons, and USC has the ability to hurt you with that. If I'm Notre Dame, after watching the way that Michigan played the USC last week, I'm not calling a single damn blitz all game long. It was the thing that killed Michigan. They were overly aggressive. They were trying to run through gaps. They got caught on misdirection. They got caught on screens. And if they didn't get home, they were getting hit down the field. I literally wouldn't do it if I was Notre Dame. But I know Marcus Freeman, and I know who he wants to be, and he wants to hit quarterbacks, and he likes being aggressive. And I think because of that, USC is going to have enough offense to keep this one close. I think Notre Dame's a better team. I like them to win this one at home, but 9.5 is a line I'm staying the hell away from.
I'm so confused by this line as well. I do think it has to do with Lincoln Riley on the road. Not being great, but yeah, it's shocking to me, especially with a Notre Dame team with those issues on the defensive side of the ball that we have seen them get exposed and lose games because of. I mean, we saw Texas A&M's offense, which has been inconsistent at times and up and down, be super explosive and could have even
up and down the field.
They could have done worse to Notre Dame if they'd hit some of those plays. So that's what I worry about. I mean, Jaden Mav has been really, really good this year. I talked to Lincoln Riley about him, and he was just saying, last year he got the starting job midway through the season. He's just processing and making better decisions this year. And so it all looks so much easier. And certainly his skill set, I know you believe that it really fits into what Lincoln Riley likes to do offensively. He and I were talking, the first time I talked to Lincoln, he was the offensive coordinator at East Carolina. So he's had a lot of different coaches or different quarterbacks over the years, different skill sets to play into. But yeah, Mayava's been awesome. And he thinks that they really learned something about themselves as a team with the resiliency with all the injuries. And the way that they beat Michigan, he said, looking back, like they should have been able to pull away earlier, which was true.
They had that fumble when early in the game.
That was it.
If they would have scored there, I think it would have been a very different game.
Yeah, I agree. And so I think like there's just an energy around that program, and kind of the state of the USC program that we haven't seen in a few years. And it's been a frustrating stretch, right? Like, I mean, they had to spend a lot of money on a bunch of defensive coaches who brought a lot of, just fundamentals and schemes and all sorts of stuff to try to fix this. And they had to get better personnel. There was a lot that needed to change in Lincoln Riley's program and system. And it just looks more like the USC you want to see. And so I'm with you. I think Notre Dame wins, but it's close. So I would take USC with the points as well. In real life, though, I don't think I would bet this game because that's such a strange line.
I agree with that. I would stay away from this one.